number one pound for pound less than boxing. We back. Like I said, we keep y'all updated very often, as much as possible. We ain't gonna make no promises and say every month, but if we can't get a pound for pound every month or after a number of major fights, we definitely will bring those updates. But again, the criteria is skill, number of fights, power, who they lost to, who they beat, standout performances, reaction to adversity, performance against fighters that other top fighters have fought, and controversial decisions. You know, that's just meaning that boxing may have robbed you, like in Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. Sean Porter won that fight 8-4. Danny Jacobs versus G. Had Jacobs winning that, I believe, 9-3. Or Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia. Had Lamont winning that fight. Or Herrera, Danny Garcia. Things like that. I won't hold it against you if I know you won that. Boxing didn't give it to you because, you know, everybody knows that boxing is a dirty sport. But yeah, let's get right into it. So it's not like I wouldn't say a lot changed. Still no Loma, still no Crawford. Crawford will get consideration after the Horn fight. Loma beat Linares, but to me, Linares' style was perfect for him. He had been put down 3 times before that. And, you know, I like you to have at least 15 fights to be considered. And, because, you know, somebody like Bivol would have been on the list if he had 15 fights. You know, so it's still too early for him, even though I think he's the best of the prospects. And if you don't have 15, I really want you to have 20, but 15 I'll be okay and make the exception if you have an impressive enough resume, or if getting towards that 15, you start taking on big fights and have very good performances against other top fighters. But let's get right into the list. Number 1, Errol Spence. Still doing his thing. Just started Man Down Promotions, bringing a big fight to Dallas against Ocampo in June. Very big move in the Cowboys practice stadium. Very big move, and hopefully this sets up sometime in the next few years a super fight inside Cowboy Stadium. You know, not the practice facility, but the big stadium. You know, so that's a big move. You know, we've seen that once again, the adversity against Brook going into the UK. And people like to downplay that, but not only is Brook one of the best fighters in the world, but going into the UK in front of all those people, you know, that's a lot of pressure. If you're going to somebody else's neighborhood and fighting, there's pressure behind that. But to go into a whole nother country, a whole nother time zone, adjust, face the adversity and get it done, that's big time. To beat a Lamont Peterson, who whooped on the top fighter like Danny, and Lamont will still whoop most of the other welterweights that's big. To stop Algeria and Pacquiao couldn't do it. Come on, to stop undoing a puncher like Thurman couldn't do it. You know, so Man Down Millennium. You heard that here first. Spence number 1 pound for pound. If somebody's talking something else, you know, might have to check their meds. Number 2, we got the most dangerous fighter in the world. Deontay Wilder. 1 punch can knock out almost anybody on the planet. Hopefully a big fight with AJ coming up soon. 40-0, 39 knockouts, knocked out all of his opponents. The Eraser, power puts him on this list, and you know, power is in the criteria, because if you have that Eraser, I don't care how skilled a fighter is, unless they're Floyd Mayweather defensively, still if you catch him, it's lights out, and especially if you're a heavyweight. So, you know, Wilder, that didn't change. The top 4 didn't change. Billy Joe number 3, standout performance against Lemieux, outstanding, very good footwork. When he's focused, anybody in that division is gonna have problems. I mean, a focused Billy Joe could beat Charlo, could beat Triple G, could beat Canelo. You know, hands down. Mainstream media, if you're looking for a white fighter to get behind, look no further than Billy Joe. Kids looking for a fighter that looks like you, and you're not black, you're white. You don't have to get behind Lomachenko and follow mainstream media. Get behind Billy Joe Saunders, because that boy can fight. Number 4, Hurd. comes in and to beat a very, very, very skilled fighter in Loma, to have the heart to keep pushing against Trout. You know, much respect, unified champion, not afraid of Charlo, not ducking any action, carries himself properly inside and outside the ring, receiving awards in DC, role model, you know, all the way around. It's not like he does anything great, but this guy just has heart and he knows how to get it done. Faced adversity, got it done, beat skill. You know, he just finds a way. So, Swift is on the list. Looking forward to him and Charlo fighting, and looking forward to him, or maybe fighting a Jaime Manguia coming up. Shout out Jaime Manguia, we see. Number 5. Now, this is different. Triple G wasn't on the list, but I started to do some more thought about it, and I think his skill goes underrated. He has a very solid jab, a very solid cutting off the ring. When he wants to attack the body, he does a very good job. And when he has you hurt, he goes for the kill. You know, I think in the Canelo fight, he definitely won that fight easy. I want to say maybe 8-4 or something like that, maybe 9-3, somewhere around there. He won the fight clearly, but he just didn't come in with that same killer mentality like he did in the Vanes fight. Even though Vanes was laid off a little bit, Vanes is still a very good fighter. Go back and watch Vanes versus Jamel Charlo if you really want to know something about Vanes. Vanes knocked down Andre, so yeah, he was off, but I'm sure Vanes put in the work. Put in as much work as he could in that short amount of time, and Triple G came in, got him out. He could have got him out of there the first round, but just wanted to keep the fans on the edge of the seat for a little longer. So shout out Triple G, very skilled fighter. Did lose to Jacobs' fight, but Jacobs is a B-level fighter, so I'm not gonna hold that too much against him. And you know, coming back and doing what he was supposed to do against Vanes, that puts him on the list. And I'm looking forward to him taking on tough competition coming forward. You know, so hopefully a Charlo, a Billy Joe, Canelo. You know, I don't really hold Canelo to high regards, but if he takes that, that's cool. Number 6, Anthony Joshua. He fell on the list because of the Parker fight. Was very timid against a smaller fighter. He's supposed to come in and get him out of there. Didn't. Not really liking his mentality towards this Wilder fight. Wilder seems like more of the aggressor, and he has the fight won on a mental level. And we'll see going into the ring if this fight happens. And it probably will. I predict that he loses. But yeah, the Joseph Parker fight is what made him fall. I wasn't impressed at all. I thought that fight could have been a draw. Kell Brook, number 7. I believe he's around the same range. You know, Brook did his thing. Needs to work on his defense so his eyes don't get hit, because you know everybody keeps saying, oh, the eyes, and I said that too. But if your defense is good enough, you can keep that out of range and keep shots that clean from getting to those eyes to mess you up like that. But he came out, had a solid performance in his last fight, first fight at 154. Hopefully he'll take the big fight, maybe go get a belt from fight Hurd, because Hurd is offering him that work. He was doing a lot of talking about Hurd. You know, I'm expecting him to go out there and live up to his word, or go fight that Jaime Manguia. But as far as skill, you know, Kell Brook is one of the best in the world, just has to work on defense. But as far as offensive skill, he's one of the top, one of the elite. Don't really fight through adversity, that's why he's not higher on the list. But, you know, when you're talking about skill, Kell Brook's arguably second in love, especially when we're talking about on the offensive end. Number 8, yeah, move Mikey up. Because, you know, moving up and down in divisions, 135 champ at 140. Move up and fight Sergey Lipinets, very underrated. He was kind of like I want to say a Loma in kickboxing, with over 300 fights, hadn't been put on the canvas, and Mikey puts him on the canvas. Wasn't a very great performance, but it was solid to be moving up and fighting a skilled fighter like Lipinets, very underrated fighter like Lipinets, and like I said, Mikey's the San Antonio Spurs of boxing. Nothing too flashy, but sound fundamentally, and a great trainer. And his brother Robert Garcia, Tank moved up because of the Cuellar fight, came in and showed everything that the Tank fans know that he can produce. He's been doing this since the amateurs. It's nothing. So starting to carry themselves better in interviews when you're talking about skill. Second to none when you talk about the power criteria. Second to none when you talk about who could be the all-around best in boxing and who has it all. Tank has it all. Yes, the outside appeal. He's hanging around all the right superstars that can build his profile. That one-punch knockout power, the skill, as far as the jab, the body work, the defense, the flashiness that he can put in there. And when he's focused and he's working with Kevin Cunningham, former police officer, that's going to keep him on the right track, so you don't really have to worry about him mentally no more. I don't like what he has going on with Floyd. They need to squash that behind closed doors. Black men need to stop getting into it with each other publicly. Just squash these issues, keep them behind the scenes. But, just as far as everything in the ring, everything on that criteria, everything outside of going through adversity and really seeing them against fighters, the other top fighters, we ain't seen that, but just as far as pure skill, Tank's arguably the best on this list, period, and the best in boxing, period. Everything that you would want in the boxer, Tank has. And number 10, Sean Porter. Sean Porter, very good resume, was robbed in the Keith Thurman fight, pulled through the adversity with the broken hand in the Granados fight, whooped Umberto, lost to Kellbrook, but Kellbrook is very skilled, so we don't hold that against you. Kellbrook's one of the top fighters in the world. In any weight class, Kellbrook is a threat, and in any weight class, Sean Porter is a threat. If you talk about who's the biggest threat to Earl Spence for a distance fight, it's Sean Porter, because he can smother a lot of that power, and he can keep, with his work, he can keep off a lot of that body work that Earl Spence throws. And new on the list, number 11, very impressed, 19-0. I had to be impressed with his last fight, Isaac Darbro. Let me see my boy. Let's pull up the profile. I believe, if I remember right, the fight was on ESPN. He beat a very good fighter, very tough fight. He got knocked down first round. Came back from the adversity. Now all the Loma fans, so how are you giving him respect for getting knocked down and coming back, and you don't want to get Loma? Man, this boy's a dog. When you talk about that punching power like Tank has, he has that type of power. We talk about that killer instinct and pure skill along with the power. Able to come back from adversity. Him and Jesse Magdaleno, I encourage everyone to go watch that fight. He was 25-0. He was the champion. They fought in Philadelphia. They came in. They put on a very good show. The young kid from Ghana came in and did his thing. Got knocked down early. Came back. Didn't let that adversity shake him up. He was coming over to the States. Everything against him. He could have quit. He could have laid down, but he didn't. Came back and it ended up stopping Jesse Magdaleno. This kid has power. This kid has skill. And I expect him to be a superstar in the sport in the future. And I expect him, by the next time I do a list, to be higher up on the list. But when you talk about young prospects, they keep talking about Loma. Isaac Darbro is who you need to be watching. Talking about excitement. Wow. But prospects to watch. Bivol, I expect at some point Bivol to hit that list when he gets 15-0. I'm watching Bivol keep doing your thing. Devin Haney had a very good performance. I'm watching him. Let's see, who else? Yeah, that's really it. Sergey Kovalev. I'm watching Kovalev, but I just felt, what Isaac did in this fight on a big stage on ESPN on national TV. I could not put him on that list. Shout out to the greats. Shout out Ali. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, that's been listening. We're going to keep going, keep pushing boxing forward. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, that's okay. Just the conversation helps, take boxing to that next level, and that's what it's all about. Trapmedia, tuning in, keep tuning in.